always, take up a lot of real estate. Have a little separation in between the legs. Activate the core, relax the shoulders, and just come on down your backs. Feel expansive across the chest. Let those shoulder blades get nice and heavy, and then take the arms alongside the body, palms up, close the eyes. We're going to start with a little bit of breath work here. We're going to keep our mouths nice and tight. We're going to breathe in through the nose. Take a little pause at the top of the inhale, and then exhale through the nose. Take it nice and slow. Maybe start with smaller breaths, and then maybe start to extend the amount of air you're bringing in and out throughout the lungs. We'll do this for a little bit. So again, close the eyes, just settle the body, and think of relaxation every time we exhale. So let everything just soften and melt a little deeper into the mat with the exhale, and then feel that fullness in the belly and in the lungs with each inhale. Off we go. Now, while you're here, if you'd like to set an intention for your class, go ahead and think of what you might want to dedicate your class to today. Set your intention if you'd like. We'll do a few more just like this. Now relax with the normal rhythm of the breath. Return. Take that little tour around the body, checking in with muscles and joints. Checking in with headspace, energy level, getting a gauge on how you're feeling today. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take that right knee to the chest. Interlace your fingers on that shin. Let that knee get nice and heavy. Take a gauge on how that glute's feeling, how that hamstring's feeling. Let that knee get nice and heavy. And then go ahead and take that right hand to that knee. Let's make some circles with that knee. So keeping that left sit bone nice and grounded. Just circling. Doesn't matter which direction you start in. We're going to go with both. Those circles can be as large as you like, at the speed that you're comfortable with. Always remember your practice, your rules. Listen to your body. It will always keep you safe. Take a little pause here. Send it in the opposite direction. So as always, if you're using weights, you want a couple of different levels of weight so you can play with what denominations you want to use. You also want to have 2 blocks and a strap. Always nice to have with every class that you do. Go ahead and take a pause here. Float that knee a little closer to the chest. And now send that knee to the outside of that right shoulder, opening up to that inner thigh. We're going to do some inner thigh work. See, let's get a nice stretch here. Now, while that knee gets heavy to the mat and that left sit bone's grounded, go ahead and make some circles with the ankle. Again, doesn't matter which direction, we'll do both. We're just limbering up the joints here today before we start. Go ahead and take a little pause, send it the other way. Go ahead and give that ankle a break. Let that knee get a little heavier. And then just gauge how that inner thigh is feeling. Go ahead and float that leg back to center. We're going to switch hands here, left hand and right knee. Keep the right shoulder grounded. Let that knee cross heavy over to the left. So we're shining that right hip to the head and letting that knee get heavy. Again, always welcome to take a block underneath that knee if you like and press into it. And now if you want, go ahead and take that right ear to the mat. So that right arm can be at stop side, a V, or C, whatever's comfortable for you. You should feel a nice stretch through that glute, through the outer hip, into the spine, the waist, the obliques. And now come on back to center. Before you send that leg up, it might be a nice idea to grab your strap here, ladies. Take it to the ball mound of the right foot. Send that leg straight up. Now apply a little bit of pressure into the ball mound of the arch. Take the toes to the shin and get a stretch in that calf before we go any further. Sometimes it's nice just to cross the straps open to the opposite hand. Just gives you a better secure feeling with that leg. So again, waking up the calf here, toes to the shin, heels to the heavens. And now slowly in your own time, start to float that leg a little closer to you. So we're sending energy up from that glute through the hamstring, through the calf, through the heel, up to the heavens. You take that leg wherever it makes sense. Find your stretch. When you get to that sweet spot where it feels just right, we hold. You notice the longer you're holding here, maybe you soften just a little bit more. Yeah, we don't force it. There's no place we have to be. Go ahead and release that. Float that leg back up above the hip. Taking the strap in the right hand. Again, keeping that left sit bone secure the back. Take that leg out to the right. So maybe we start with it at hip. If your hamstrings are really tight, maybe that heel's gravitating a little more towards the front of the back. That's okay. Try not to lean over and lift that cheek so it's nice and secure. Maybe take your hand on top of it. And then you can go ahead and play with where that leg goes. So again, take it to the spot where it feels right. Should feel an inner thigh stretch here as well, but don't lift that left cheek. We never compromise form to take it to a deeper stretch. We actually undo the good that we're doing or that we're trying to do. Hold here. And now release that. Come on back to center. Taking the strap in the left hand, leaving the strap on the foot where it is. Again, we're going to take that right leg off to the left. So again, here's where you need to keep those shoulders secure. Send the energy out through that heel. And again, you decide where you take that leg. Once again, if you prefer, you can take that right ear to back and hold. And release, come on back to center. Go ahead and bend that right knee. Take that strap, make sure it's hand. You're going to use it on the left side. Keep that right knee there. Take the left knee to the chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll. And again, you know that you can play with where those knees are to find that massage in that spine that feels just right today. Giving ourselves a little love. And now come on back to center, keeping both legs where they are, sitting the legs straight up. Before we switch sides, we're going to get into that lumbar area. Little tiny circles on the ceiling. Again, doesn't matter which direction you start in. We're going in both. So you can play with the size of these circles. A little pause here, take it the other direction. Go ahead and take a little pause here. We're going to bend that left knee, and we're going to slowly float that right leg down onto the mat. Nice and slow. Trying to extend it away from the body as it softens towards the floor. Now take that knee a little closer to the chest. Again, get a gauge on how the left side's feeling now. We're not symmetrical creatures. And then when you're ready, left hand to that left knee, let that knee get heavy towards the mat. Again, keeping that right sit bone grounded here. Gauge that inner thigh. How's it feeling on this side? And now let's start to make some circles with the ankles. Now go ahead and switch sides. Or switch directions, I should say, pardon me. And now give that ankle a bit of a break, and then just let that knee get heavy. Come on back to center. Switching it up, right hand and left knee. Relax that left shoulder, keep it heavy on the mat as we take that knee across the body. Once again, if you like, left or mat. You'll notice that one side's gonna be a little bit more open than the other. Should feel a nice stretch through the outer glute, getting through the spine, the obliques again, let that knee get nice and heavy. Last breath here, come on back to center. Go ahead and take that knee towards the chest. Once again, we're gonna reach for that strap. Taking that strap to the bottom under arch of that left foot, up it goes. Take the toes to the shin, knees to the heavens. Sorry, heels to the heavens. These are right where they should be. Opening up through the calf. So again, you're gonna feel a stretch in the back of the leg in the area that's most tight. So you might feel it in your hamstring. My calves are tight lately. I'm feeling it in my calf as my toes melt a little closer to my shins. And now once again, go ahead and let that leg float a little closer. Again, there's no destination in sight. You're letting the body guide you. Find that stretch that feels delicious this morning. Maybe each exhale allows the softening a little bit more through the back of the leg. Come on back to center. Taking the strap in the left hand, keeping that right sit bone grounded, open up. Find that stretch. Again, really critical that we keep that right sit bone grounded. Send the heel away, and again, you take that leg wherever it makes sense for you. Find your stretch. Let's hold here. Come on back to center. You know where we're going, hand. Strap goes into the right hand. Secure the left shoulder. Now send that right leg away. Sorry, left leg away to the right. Again, welcome to take that left ear to the mat. Float that leg wherever it makes sense. Get that stretch. Last breath here, come on back to center. Go ahead and bend that knee. Leave that knee there. Take that strap away. Float the right knee towards the chest. But this time we're going to take the feet to the heavens. Find your happy baby, lady. So grabbing either the ankles or the soles of the feet. Take it to a little roll. Go ahead and get playful. Maybe send one leg away as we melt the other knee towards the floor. You know what feels good for you. And now come on back to center. We're going to bring those knees in line with the hips. Shins are going to be slightly above parallel. So finding our tabletop position on our backs. Taking the hands alongside the body. Take a great big breath in. We're going to take that body grip closer to the hip bone. Just hold here. So we're curling up. Relax the neck, head, and shoulders. Welcome to bring those legs together if you prefer. Your choice. Hold here. And release. We're going to do that one more time. Take a great big breath in. We're imprinting. The spine is nice and flat. Send those fingers towards the front of your mat. We hold. And release. We're keeping those legs where they are. And taking the hands in behind the head. They're just resting. You want to see your elbows in the periphery. Again, spine is nice and flat. We imprint. Core is engaged. Float neck, head, and shoulders up towards the knees, and now send the right leg away, right elbow, left knee. Come into our bicycles, nice and slow for 10, 9, 8. Really extend through the legs. 4, 2, last one. And now curl up a little bit more, send those fingers towards the front of the mat. So we're really engaging the core here. We hold. Take the palms towards the mat, 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hold here. Core's really engaged. Once again, we're going to pulse hands down for 10, 9. Hold here. And release neck, head, and shoulders. Taking the arms anywhere they're comfortable for you. We're going to bring those legs, again, slightly above parallel. We're going to send the right leg down. Bring it back. Left. And back. So alternating for 10. So you should feel those lower obliques engage when we send that leg away. Last one each side, we're going to add into this. So from here, you decide whether you're keeping those knees with a slight bend or whether you're going to start to extend. We're going to send those heels towards the floor. Again, the heels don't have to touch. The goal is not to have the heels touch the floor. The goal is to keep that spine flat on the mat. That will dictate how bent the legs are and how far they go. The work is all through the core. Engage. Keep that spine nice and flat. Last one. Come on back. Send those legs straight up. Now, ladies, here, if you want, you can take your hands underneath your tush or keeping the arms along the side of the body. We're just going to lower down as far as we can while keeping that spine flat. So those legs don't have to go really low. And then we're just going to hold that engagement. So press the spine into the mat. Hold. And release. Bring the knees to the chest. We're going to keep those knees bent this time. Again, arms are relaxed, shoulders are heavy. Send the knees off to the right, center, left, center. Keep alternating. We're going to do 10 on each side. We're going to add into this. Let's do 2 more on each side. That's 1. That's 2. Go ahead and take those feet down. We're going to come onto our elbows. So the hands are in line with our cheeks. Shoulders are relaxed back. We're going to take those knees up. And again, we're coming into bicycles. Again, you should feel your core engaged here, ladies. Let's do 1 more. Bring the knees back and send those legs straight up. We're going to tick-tock to the right, forward, up. So circling. You decide how big those circles are. Again, a little softness in the knees, takes the pressure off the back. Last one in this direction. Come on up, we're switching up. Should feel again this in your belly. Warming up the belly here. Two. And one. Go ahead and take those feet back down. Relax the spine. Reach for a block, ladies, and take it in between the knees. Squeeze that block like you're going to break it. Arms are alongside the body. Take a big breath in, imprint. Feel that tail lift slightly, and now pull each of the vertebrae up one at a time. There's your bridge. Root through the heels, send those quads a little higher, squeeze that block. Come on down. And again. When you get to the top of your bridge, really root those heels down so that we're opening up to the quads and those hips flex. We're getting a little stretch in there as well as we build strength. We want to work through our full range of motion so we build long, lean, beautiful muscles. Let's do one more. You're going to keep those hips high, ladies. Root through those heels, send those hips a little higher. Now squeeze and release that block for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Should feel those glutes engage. Hold here. Keep the tension. We're up and down for 10. Squeeze. 9. You're squeezing the whole time. 3. Squeeze. Last one. Come on down. Go ahead and float those knees a little closer. Take that block and take it in between the ankles or the feet, whatever's comfortable for you, where you can hold it. So you want to make sure you've got some room to extend. Myself a little bit more room here. So again, arms are up towards the toes. We're going to send everything away. Big stretch as far as you can. Keep the spine down. Come on back up. Switch the block from the feet to the hands. Extend. And back. We got 10. So remember, the work is to try and keep that spine nice and flat. Those legs don't have to go down to the mat. When we do that, more than likely you will buckle through the back. We want to make sure that we maintain good spine health. Big reach. You're really imagining a tug of war between your hands and your feet, pulling you in opposite directions. One more. And now float those knees towards the chest. Take that block away. Give yourself a little rock and roll. Come on back to center. Set those legs straight out. Arms are alongside the body. Again, we're imprinted. Slowly with control, take the head, neck, shoulders, spine, one vertebrae at a time. Come on up, nice and slow, control. Come up. Inhale, grow tall, staff pose. Exhale, take a bow over those legs. So we're just going to linger here. Get that nice stretch through the back. Anytime you're doing your stretches, you want to take your spine through all rotations, side, forward, back. Twisting. Big breath in. And remember, you're strapped there too. If you want to use it, go ahead and take it on the arch of your feet. And release. Coming up, nice tall stack spine. Arms are extended. Roll it back down. Arms are in line with the shoulders. Spine is flat. Come on up. Slow and controlled. We're going to go for 10. You decide how much you fold. So we're getting some stretching in, we're getting some strength in. I don't know about you, I have to adjust my pants soon. They're sliding. So again, nice and slow, feel the rectus abdominis working. Let's do the last one. And now stay nice and tall. Take a big breath in. One more time. We're gonna nice fold over the legs, find your stretch. And now come on back to center. We're gonna take the soles of the feet together. We're gonna find that inner thigh stretch one more time. So again, the goal here is to keep the outside of the legs glued together. We're just gonna start with the stretch. So you decide how close those heels want to come to the body. Let those knees get nice and heavy. Again, don't grab the toes, grab the arches of the feet or the ankles so we don't torque the ankles, and then let those maybe arms, forearms get heavy on those sides. Hold here. So before we get ready for doing a little bit of work with the inner thighs, we just want to give them a nice stretch. And now go ahead and relax that. So you may want to decide to take those heels a little further away because we're not stretching, we're actually going to get some strength training in. You're going to take your weights, whatever size you want. I'm just going to use 10 pounds here. And you're going to place them towards your knees, not on the knees, more so on the calves. And then we're just going to pull up and down. So keeping the soles of the feet together, we're doing butterflies here. So again, those heels may want to come further apart. Bring them up and down. For slow though, 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take them down. Once again, maybe bring those heels a little closer, find that stretch. Just get a gauge on how that felt. Maybe it was too easy, maybe you need to increase your weights, maybe it was too hard, maybe you need to decrease your weight. So again, always weights are optional. Cast them aside at any point in time. So again, we're really just working the inner thighs, the adductor muscles. So once again, maybe take those heels a little further away, finding your weights one more time, last set, ladies. So when you're ready, we're just securing the weights here. We're bringing these up and down for 10, 9. Core still engaged because we're trying to keep nice and tall. Try not to bend over the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, come on up and press the weights into the legs and a little flutters here. 10, 9, 8. So there's resistance. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold and release. Last time, take the weights on the side. Find that last stretch. Maybe fold over the legs, and as we press the soles of the feet together, we bend and bow over those feet. You'll feel a nice stretch to the lower back as well as those inner thighs. So pressing the outsides of the feet together activates the inner thighs. A little fold over those legs, you're getting into that lower back, lumbar region. And release that, come on back, nice tall spine. Bring those legs together, and all we're going to do is we're going to float them off to the side. Take that spine onto the mat. Shoulders are onto the mat. That left hip's up to the heavens. So again, if you're inclined, grab a weight. Take that weight up. And now curling up, sending that weight towards the toes. We're just going to squeeze in for 10, 9. Working the obliques here. Last one, keep those shoulders up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to center. Take those knees towards the heavens, and now take those knees off to the left. We're just switching sides. So again, weights are optional. Send that weight up to start. When you're ready to curl in, shoulders and head are up off the mat, reaching in for 10, 9, little side crunch, work the obliques. Last one, hold here, and release. Take that weight back up. This time we're gonna bring the knees up towards the head and feet are on the mat. Maybe walk those feet away a little bit so that we keep a nice firm contact with the lower back on the mat. With weight above the chest, pull up neck, head, and shoulders. And now little pulses, weights towards the heavens, curling in for 10. Slow. You want to feel those core muscles engage. 9, last one, hold here. And that rib and hip go get a little closer. And release. Go ahead and take that weight out to the side. We're going to extend those legs. We're just going to come to a seated position. Find your blocks, ladies. We're going to get into some pec work here. So we're going to make that T once again. So again, the block, you want that block kind of mid-back, in between the shoulder blades. You want that head supported. We're going to reach for our weights. Again, you decide what denomination you want. Feet can be on the mat or legs can be extended. It's personal preference. It all depends on how it feels on that lower back piece. So you decide. When you're ready, you're going to pick your weights up. Elbows are going to be in line with the shoulders. Take those weights up to the heavens and then bring them in together to kiss just above the sternum. Come on back down. Nice and slow for 10. So imagine a pencil between your breasts. So you're squeezing that pencil at the top. Squeeze. Last one. Now come on up. We're going to just keeping those elbows above the shoulders, bend those knees parallel, bend those elbows parallel and extend for 10. Now, if the weights are too much, you can get rid of one weight and just do one, or get rid of them completely. 3, don't hit your head with the weight. Always exhale on the hardest part of the exercise, or the extension. 2, and 1. Go ahead and release those weights. Take them off to the side. Pulling onto one side. Just get rid of those blocks for the moment. Come on back onto your back. So we keep that spine nice and flat. That should be a nice counter pose for wherever you just were. Take the knees to the chest one more time. Give yourself a rock and roll. And now coming back to center, we're going to roll shoulder to tail 3 times. On the 3rd time, we're going to roll ourselves up. We're going to come into a tabletop position, coming on up. Hands to the mat, knees underneath the hips. Ladies, find your cat cow. Big breath in. Open up to the front of the body. Take the tail and the gaze up. Exhale, chin and tail. Get tucked. Find that nice big curve through the spine. Now here you're going to want to have probably lower weights than what we were just using for the legs and the pecs. So maybe a 3 or 5 pound weight, or no weight at all. Again, no pressure. Last one. Come on back to center. If you're using a weight, take that weight in between the hands. Big breath in on the exhale. Down goes that right leg, straight out, toes to the shin. That leg's parallel to the mat. Take a weight in the left hand. If you're using one, extend, hold here. Now we're going to add into this. When you're ready, elbow knee together, curling in, extend for 10. Full extension. 3. Big reach. The last one, release the hand down, bring those toes down, toes into the mat, send that heel back, and a little calf stretch here while we're switching sides. Go ahead and release that, knees come back underneath the hips. Let's do one cat cow before we switch it up. Big breath in. Exhale. And back to center. When you're ready, we're switching it up. That left leg goes back, toes to the shin, leg is parallel to the floor. Extend that right arm out. Hold here. So we're building strength in the glutes, the shoulders, core. Some people call this extended table, some people call this bird dog. Although I'm not sure why. Right now, elbow knee for 10, extend. We got 3, reach, 2, last one. Go ahead and take that weight off to the side, hands to the mat, float those left toes down. Press the toes in the mat, and then send the heel back, hold here. Go ahead and release that, come on back to center. Ladies, I'm gonna time us, we're gonna come into bear pose. So we know that our hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And when you're ready, toes are on the mat. We're up in 3, 2, and 1. Float those knees up. So again, the goal here is to think about bringing the rib, bottom rib and the hip a little closer together. We're holding for 1. You don't want those knees too high up. You disengage the core. We're stacked wrist, elbows, and shoulders. We hold. Don't worry, child's pose is after this. Core's working. We hold. We're halfway there, ladies. Breathe. Now, if you need to come down for a moment, come on back up. That's okay. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Big toes together. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Find your child's pose. Welcome to take it to shell if you prefer. Last breath here. Go ahead and float those hips up. Knees are underneath those hips. Walk the hands up, send those hips up, downward dog. Again, take a gauge on how the back of the legs are feeling. Take a big breath in on the exhale, float that right leg high. Bend that knee, let that heel get heavy and open up to the right. Hold here. Don't collapse on the left side, core's engaged. We hold. Now go ahead and extend that leg straight back. When you're ready, we're gonna float knee to chest. Float forward and back. Hanging plank. Extend the leg, knee to the left elbow. And back. Knee right elbow. And back. Knee to chest. Step that foot in between the thumbs. Spin that back heel, come on up, warrior 2. Hold here. So again, keeping that knee tracking to the outside of that baby toe. We work that front leg parallel. We're rooting the outside of that back leg. We're extending through the arms. Hold here. So bring that palm to the heavens, float that arm onto the leg. Send that left arm up. Big reach to the start. Exhale, extend. Go ahead and release that back to warrior two. We hold here. Turning towards the front of your mat, hands on either side of that foot. Step that foot back. Downward dog. Take a big breath in on the exhale, float forward, find your plank. Exhale, slowly with control, lower down, arms are tight to the body, chaturanga. Uncurl the toes, inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog, walk it up. Well, we know what goes right must go left, so guess where we're going. On that next exhale, go ahead and float that left leg high. Exhale, bend that knee. Stay strong on the right. Let that heel get heavy. We hold. Go ahead and extend that left leg straight out, getting ready for our hanging plank. When you're ready, you need to know, float forward and back. Left knee, right elbow, and back. Left knee, left elbow, and back. Float that knee to the nose, step on through, pardon my back, spin that right heel, come on up, find your warrior two. So like you want to pull that mat apart, keep that knee safe, extend the arms, soften the shoulder, gaze forward. Flipping that palm to the heavens, floating onto that thigh, inhale, right arm high, big reach, exhale, extend. Last breath here, coming back, find your warrior two. We hold. Turn to face the front of your mat, hands windmill on either side of the foot, step on back. Downward dog. When you're ready, float forward, hold your plank. We're not here long, we did bear, we engaged the core. We've done a lot of core work so far, just a little bit more. And now slowly chaturanga down. Uncurl the toes, inhale, cobra, dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now slowly walk the hands and the feet to meet in the middle of your mat. Let it all go, forward fold. You know you can grab your blocks. You can have your hands to your shins. Mat. Opposite elbow, whatever floats your boat. Let it all go. Go ahead and just sway the head from side to side. Take advantage of gravity here. Maybe a little bit of circles. Maybe switching it up other side. And now slowly with control, come on up one vertebrae at a time as we stack the spine. Make it nice and tall. Go ahead and face the long part of your mat. You're going to want weights here momentarily. But before we get there, just go ahead and bring those shoulders up and roll them back. Big circles for 3. For 2. And 1. Take a little pause here. Switch it up. Bring them up. Roll them forward for 3. For 2. And so again, you would want some heavier weights here. So when you're ready, go ahead and just take your weights in front of your toes. You want to if you're using them. Again, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Take a big breath in. Exhale, go tall. Go ahead and float those hands down on top of the thighs. And then continue to fold here. Grabbing your weights nice and slow. We're coming into deadlifts. Bringing the weights up the feet, up the legs. And back down, nice and slow. For 10. And the hips slightly roll forward at the top. 3. I don't think we'll have time for face yoga today based on the time. we'll incorporate some on Monday, I promise. Maybe we'll end with a little bit of tapping. Straight legs. Last one. Come on. So again, we want to be hip distance apart. Remember, there's a chair behind us, so roll the shoulders back. Weights are thigh, knuckles towards the thighs. Take a big breath in on the exhale. Sit back in that chair. Squatting for 10. Slow and controlled. Three, two, last one. Slow and controlled, come on up. Ladies, take those toes towards the corners of the mat. So we're coming into our sumo squats. You can keep your weights in between your thighs. You can take them and hold them at heart center, your choice. But knees are always in direction of the toes. When you're ready, we lower down for 10. Gaze forward, core is engaged. You decide how low you go. Last one, come on down, hold here. Now bring that right toe, right heel up for 10. Lower down, left heel, 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, and 1. Root down through the heels, come up nice and tall. Take the toes towards the long edge of the mat first, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold, get rid of weights. Leave them in front of you. We're gonna call on them one last time, let everything melt. Send those hips back, root through the heels, find that big juicy stretch to the back of the legs. We hold. And then when you're ready, take the hands to the mat, bend the knees generously, heel toe those feet back underneath the hips. Start to straighten through the legs, bring opposite hand to opposite elbow, give yourself a little sway. And then once again, reaching for those weights, we're gonna do one more stack. Back is nice and flat, parallel to the mat. Knees can be soft, and when you're ready, come on up. Deadlifts. Send those hips forward at the top for 10. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Taking those knuckles towards the thighs. Engage the core. Find your squats for 10. Remember, you always want to see your toes. If you can't see your toes, your knees are too far forward. 3. We're going to hold that last one. 2. And 1. Hold here. Taking the hands or the knuckles towards the front, curls for 10. 9. For hammer curls, you can do hammer curls. 3, 2, 1. Weights down, straighten the knees. Roll the shoulders back. Engage the core. Big breath in, grow tall. Exhale, send those right knuckles to the knee. And up. Slow and controlled. 2. Last one. Bring the weights in front of the legs the last time. Forward fold. Send the weights down. Release the weight. Let everything just get long. Find that stretch. Slowly rolling up. Last stretch is going to be Malasana. So if you know your hips are tight, take your feet wider. If you know they're really tight, open up to the toes. So yogi's choice. We're lowering down, coming into a full squat. Taking the hands to heart center. Core engaged. Take a big breath in, grow tall. And then on the exhale, we send everything down. Taking those shoulders in between the knees. Hands to heart center. Press the knees into the shoulders. Send the shoulders away. We hold here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. We're going to come right down onto our sit bones, ladies. Send those legs straight out. So again, straps are there if you need them. Big breath in, grow tall. Leave the hands where they are to start. Sit bones are grounded. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, lean to the right. There's that big side body stretch. So gaze starts forward. And now open up. Twisting slightly, gaze to the heavens. We hold. And release, coming up. Switch your class. Inhale, grow tall. Big reach. Exhale, take it to the left again. Gaze is forward. And now open up the heart. Taking that stretch ever so slightly. And release, coming up. Go ahead and relax the arms. Bend that right knee. Taking the left hand to the outside of that right thigh, fingers to the midline. Leg starts parallel. Send that right arm back. Extend. Find a twist. Gaze back at that right thumb. Hold here. Okay, and release that. Take that right ankle onto the thigh, just above the knee. Coming into your number 4. So again, let that knee get heavy. Get contact with the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, take it back. So again, getting deep into that glute here. Again, strap is a nice idea. But we use it as leverage. We don't use it to crank ourselves forward. Hold for 3. For 2. One coming up. Go ahead and send that right leg straight out. We're going to soften that left knee. Take that right hand to the outside of that left foot. Fingers to the midline. Leg starts parallel. Send that arm back. Extend. Take your gaze back at that left thumb this time. So you can have a softness in that knee if you'd like. And now release that. We're going to bend that knee. Take that ankle onto that thigh one more time. Again, let that knee get heavy. There's the stretch in the front. Get the big breath in. On the exhale, we take it back. So again, getting deep into that left glute. Outside of the hip and pull. And release, coming up, nice tall stack spine. Then send those legs straight out. Send the arms straight forward. Spread the fingers out. Slow with control. We're taking it all the way back. One vertebrae at a time. Last little bit of core engagement. Feel the core working. Soften through the shoulders. Rid of the tension. And come on down. Taking the hands on the belly, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Let the elbows get soft, float towards the back. Take a big breath in, feel everything rise. And then on the exhale, take that right ear to the mat, let everything soft. 2 more breaths here. Pause at the top of the inhale and exhale. In through the nose and out through the nose. Last one, big breath in. Exhale. Relax. Come on back to center. Once again, big breath in. Exhale, take that left ear from the mat. Little pause, exhale. 2 more. Big breath in. Last one. Come on back to center. Ladies, if you want to give yourself one last rock and roll, you're welcome to. But if you aren't ready for Shavasana, go ahead and float yourself into that position. Go ahead and take any position that feels good for you. Don't be afraid to call on your blocks, your bolsters, blankets, anything that you have available that's going to make your stay here a little bit more comfortable. Set yourself up. I'm going to give us a few minutes in this position. Take a great big breath in. And then on the exhale, let everything melt a little deeper into the mat. Make sure there's no tension in the brow or the jaw. Let those shoulders melt a little heavier towards the mat. Close the eyes. If you set an intention at the beginning of your practice, you may want to revisit it at this time. And allow each breath to take you just a little deeper and melt you just a little further into the mat. Ladies, we are slowly, kindly, gently going to bring some awareness back to the body. Always nice to start furthest away from the core, maybe fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Maybe a little nod at the head. Maybe a little movement to the hips or the torso. Maybe a great big full body stretch. Letting energy out in opposite directions. Of course, always welcome to roll to a side. Supporting the head, settling for a breath or two. And then in your own way, in your own time, we'll all find our way to a comfortable seated position. Bring the hands to heart center, bow to the heart, always grateful that we're well enough to make it to our mats and that we have each other's company that inspire us to do so. Taking the thumb to the third eye, allowing the place in you where the whole universe resides, and when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me,
We are one.